Oh hey, I didn't see that. This is a video about a camera that I've used and owned for, I think it's 11 years at this point. It's a camera that has just stayed with me for whatever reason. I don't know why I haven't sold it, but maybe working through this video I can try and explain. It has been a webcam, it has been to LA, and the reason I laugh is because the rear screen kind of got roasted on that trip. It was far too warm, and essentially the cover on the rear of it has just gone all stupid. I'll show you in some B-roll clips in a bit. It's been in humid weather, it's been in sandy weather, it has been in every kind of weather, and it's still surviving. It is a terrible camera. It is slow. I don't even use the autofocus. I only use it on manual mode, and the colors are not great. If you want to use JPEGs, just don't use them. I ended up just shooting on black and white with red peaking around the outsides to try and help focus a bit better. The manual focusing isn't even that good on it. You can't really see what you're focusing on. But when you get the image into Capture One or Lightroom, you can get nice images out of it. And as a stills camera, that's all I wanted from it. So that's the reason why I kept it. And it is not the Olympus, which is a film camera. It is this one, the original A7S. So this is it. It's tiny. It currently has a Metabones EF to E mount adapter on it with, I don't even know what brand this is, a Hoya 28mm f2.8 film lens that I got super cheap at some, I don't know, exhibition thing. The dude was really nice. He gave me a free lens, which wasn't this one. It's a really not great camera. But what I would like to show you is some of the images that I can get from it, or anybody can get from it. I'm not special. If you wanted to make it look like film, you can. What I've been using is the very good presets by Dave Herring. I like him. Well, I've never met him yet, but I like watching him, and I think he has good values and morals. Not that's the reason why I should or shouldn't buy something, but I want to support him. And I like the images that it gets from that, specifically the Portra replication that it does, that they offer. If I wanted to make this to look like film, I can. And if I want to make it look super clean, you can also do that as well. So if you choose to do that was my setup for the next line, like a look, then you can do that. You can make it look like an M11, you could do super standard, normal, clear, just raw edits. So you can make it look really clinical and nice, or you can make it look old. It's up to you. Lens choice obviously has a big factor in that. Sometimes I use my Sigma 35, which is super sharp and new and clean. Sometimes I use like an Olympus 50mm, and not this one. Some of those images on the 50mm have been some of my favorites that I've ever taken. Going to San Francisco, for example, Golden Gate Bridge, I shot that on 50 on a film lens on a 12 megapixel camera. Oh, by the way, 12 megapixels. And it's never been an issue. Most of my stuff is for rarely ever print for me or for others. It has been in the past. I've got full size, A whatever prints up to massive, and they've been really, really good. The 12 megapixels has been fine. It's mostly social media, some Facebook, whatever. So the camera, without the adapter, is absolutely tiny. It's tiny, and it's really, really, really light. I think it weighs a few grams more, just a few grams, than Fuji X100V, or whatever you want to call it. I think 5. I was Googling some other stuff that weighs around 500 grams, and I don't know if it's accurate, but a loaf of bread. Maybe, maybe not. A full bottle of wine. I think wine is way heavier. I don't think that's correct. So I asked for some other stuff that it weighs the same as. A hardcover book I can see that, even though I've got the lens on. A full mug of coffee. Mug of coffee feels heavier to me. A can of beans plus a smartphone. Take for that what you want. A decent sized hamster. Well fed. Half a toaster. So do with that information what you want. The camera itself is really light, and obviously it depends on what you put on that to how light it is. If you've got that really flat pancake, I can't remember who makes it. Is it Viltrox? I think it's a Viltrox. It might be f5.6, is it? I doubt it's a 2.8. Really tiny little thing. That has my interest, but not enough to buy it. Then this camera will be absolutely tiny, like genuinely pocketable. It's held up quite well. I don't have that many dings or marks on it. I've taped up the badge and the logo. The rear screen, hopefully you can see it all right. Other than the fingerprints on it, is marked up, but works absolutely fine. It is very slow to operate. The turn on speed is slow. It's a decent few seconds. The screen is not bright. In daylight, it is not great. It's also very, very low resolution compared to modern cameras. The color cast on it is bad. The difference between the back screen, sorry, I just turned it off, not color accurate at all. I think the rear screen shows it green, a really green cast. And then when you actually send it to your phone or you edit them, you realize it was a bit more true to life than what the screen showed. So a lot of my pictures, I was trying to set the white balance to combat that, which was bad because it was doing an okay job as it was. Another downside is the magenta. When in movie mode, it's either green or magenta. You can't really win. And when people say, oh, Sony colors are bad, they don't mean an A7S III or an FX3 or FX6 or whatever. They mean these. And before, the colors on these were so not accurate. And people saying you just don't know enough about color grading. No. You shouldn't have to understand everything there is about color grading and color correction to try and do that. It is basically impossible. You'd have like blotchy skin here, trying to fix it, and it was just no good. No bueno. I think that's enough of the 10,000 negatives of it. The positives are you can crack it if you want to, so I unlock the software and have unlimited recording. These days, why would you use that for video recording? I don't know. You're better off using your phone, honestly. This is supposed to be positive, so let's go to it. It's small, it's lightweight. It doesn't matter if I bring it and anything really happens to it because it's so old. It's just whatever. It is a backup camera to other ones, but for some reason I just kept it, and I don't, again, going back to the beginning of the video, I don't know why. I don't know why I've done that. It's not great. It just exists. And like I said, the amount of cameras I've probably sold between 10 and 20 cameras since owning this one. Maybe more. I can't remember. I don't know. Another positive is only being 12 megapixels, you can have absolutely thousands. And I mean, like, I think it's more than 6,000 shots on a small memory card. Let's have a look. Or smallish, 128 gigs will get you obviously a whole holiday's worth. You can travel for weeks, just keep shooting, and it won't fill up. But that's the same for any small megapixel camera. It's not specific to this one. I do miss my Fujis a lot. I've had many Fujis, Olympuses, all sorts of cameras. But yeah, I really, really liked their JPEGs that they had from camera. I had the F, I had the S, but I bought the S on release. I can't remember when that was. Was that 2012 that came out? I don't remember that because it was a cool looking camera. Then I bought the F after getting scammed trying to buy another one. Then I bought the V, and then I decided that wasn't bringing in money. It was more of a personal camera, and I still own this one. I still owned all the other cameras that I have as well. I know, what a problem. But ended up selling the V after a while as well. just because, like I say, it wasn't bringing in any money, and it was too high value and too good just to be a day camera. So I decided it was better off investing back into the business. And I think with the sale of that, I either got the Sony 100 to 400 or I got the 24 to 70 2.8 G Master 2. And then they went and brought out the new lens. You know, the, what is it, 28 to 70 f2? It felt like weeks later after doing that. So that was I couldn't have known that was coming though. I don't know, that's not my fault. But anywho, so I sold that one. And here we are, still with the camera. And it is what it is. So, yeah, I take it out when I'm going on hikes. It's wearing everywhere. So the rubber is now beginning to come off on the bits. All of this soft. All of that's wearing away. And it's just an old camera at this point. But hopefully, like I've shown, you can still get good images if you know what you're doing. Hopefully the beginning of this wasn't too clickbaity for you. Hopefully I got in pretty quick enough. How do you still own a Sony, an old one, specifically an A7S? And do you still use it, and what for? So, real quick, touching on one final thing. I think the reason maybe I haven't sold this is that it's not a pretty camera, and it's not my favorite images, but it's fine. And I think I've got nostalgia with it. I think I filmed and photographed this a lot of times in many different places. So a friend who passed, I don't know if it was 2 years ago at this point, I can't remember. I got some photos in America with him on this. And my dad as well, who passed. That was 11 years ago now, I think. But I don't mind. Like I said, it's mostly relegated to a webcam these days, which does a pretty good job. A full frame camera as a web camera for streaming, meetings, whatever, hanging out, is definitely overkill. I don't advise it, but if you've been in the photography game for a long time, I'm sure you have more than one camera, so it might as well get put to use, isn't it? I think that's it. I think I've just stayed still in one position for however long this was, 10, 15 minutes, I don't know. So I'm going to go stretch and go get to editing this. And yeah, don't know what the next video is, so that'll keep you guessing. And I will see you then with whatever I come up with. So again, I always leave in a really weird way, so bye. That reminds me of Bo Burnham. He used to have a sound effect when he goes bye. Alright, see you in the next one.